Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The issue of third-party applications affecting gameplay has raised its head once again. Previously it was multi-boxing, now it's overlays. What the hell do overlays have to do with WoW? Well, it's gonna cover your screen in lines and lines and lines and lines and lines. So let's, get into it. Now this is one of those things that was so big that it was never going to really be a thing. Now what do I mean by that? Well, simply put, the impact of allowing overlays would have been so great it would have simply broke raiding as we know it. Which is why I haven't wanted to cover this. I've waited, I read the articles that originally came out and I was like, yeah, Blizzard's going to say something about this, which they now have, which is why I feel good to wrap this all up in a big bow and finally come out and talk about it. The overlays themselves would have had a far greater impact than bigwigs, DBM, or the hugely impactful weak auras. So there was no way, as I say, that Blizzard were going to allow overlays to become the monster that they had the potential to be. Wait a second, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's rewind just a little bit. What exactly are overlays? What the hell are we talking about here? Well, simply put, an overlay is something laid as a covering over something else.
Check out the big brain on bread!
In terms of WoW, overlays normally refer to something that either in a separate window or over your screen lays out information not normally available. And you may be sat there thinking, whoa, hang on a minute, that sounds a lot like DBM or bigwigs or weak auras. And that is why I've added at the end, not normally available. Yeah, it's going to be a fine line as we go through this, I apologise. All the information provided by DBM, weak aura, bigwigs and everything else is available within the game itself. When Blizzard thinks something has crossed the line, they will tend to step in and change how those add-ons can interact with game information. For instance, weak auras for a long time could do some crazy things. Blizzard then stepped in and they created what's called private auras. There are also things like, I want to say AVR from back in the day, and I remember one for, there was an Iskar assist. I want to say it was made by, was it Elysium or something like that? I can't remember what the guild was called now. But basically it's an arms race. It is an arms race of add-ons and just trying to push the boundaries, and it's never going to stop. Blizzard are going to make an encounter. Players are going to find a way to cheese that encounter. So Blizzard are then going to counter by making a harder encounter. Players are then going to find a way to cheese that encounter. And so it goes on.
How did it come to this?
Now you can argue who's to blame as to why we're in this cycle as much as you want. Are Blizzard making things too hard so people need these add-ons? Or is it simply because somebody else has that add-on, therefore we need that add-on, therefore everybody in the end has the add-on, trivializes the encounter, so Blizzard need to make it harder, else we're going to sit here as players going, well, this is all super easy, boring, unsub.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
As I say, it's a never-ending cycle until add-ons are switched off, which is not something I can see happening, to be honest. But back to the arms race. Because there comes a time in all arms races where some smart bastard creates a nuke. And that changes the game completely. Up until this point, all add-ons by and large have been using information that's provided by World of Warcraft in-game. Now, Warcraft Logs kind of blew this out the water when they revealed their damage meter, which is an overlay. It's not actually an add-on inside World of Warcraft. It was really designed so you could track Augment Evokers easier, because it's something that's quite difficult to do in-game to actually see what impact the Augmentation Evoker is having. But here's the thing, the damage meter created by Warcraft Logs, not being an add-on, actually uses real-time advanced combat log tracking. That's easy for me to say. And that opened the door for a whole heap of things, because there's a lot of information inside that real-time advanced combat log. I can't even say it now. There is a lot of things inside of that which are not available in-game to add-ons. Now, as I say, this alone may not be the nuke. It gave people a lot of ideas. One of the biggest things that you can do with real-time combat logging is bypass private auras, which we spoke about before, something that Blizzard added to stop weak auras being insanely powerful. So that means an overlay working from the real-time combat log has a vast amount of information that simply isn't available anywhere else. Now, I will state here and now, the video or the clip you're seeing in the background was actually handed out by the creator as a warning. It was not, haha, I found a way to cheat the system. It was, look what you can do with this. You need to implement something before a new raid tier comes out, else this is going to be Armageddon. And this video isn't even the only one. So for this video here, it's Kazara.
You're wrong.
It's the first boss in Erebus, and this is showing that you can track the breath, you can track all the players, you can even make it so that you can track where they're dropping their pulls. It becomes insanely powerful to have that information available to everyone, because you can in essence have it that you can say, right, you go to that pool, you go to this pool, you go to that, and it can work out all of that out for you. That's where this eventually leads. We're talking way beyond the idea of like the Arkham radar that we had back in the day, that everybody was said, oh, it's incredibly powerful and cheesy. If you want to look at it, there's a link to the method video down below. Now, Blizzard have come out and addressed all of these concerns, all of these issues that people are having with regards to where this is going to lead. And, to be fair for Blizzard, it's very short and sharp and to the point. We intend to make changes to how advanced combat log is populated in advance of Dragonflight Season 3. That will prevent its use in this way. Please see Section 1C of the Blizzard End User License Agreement for more information on our policies about third-party applications that modify or facilitate gameplay. Long and short is, this is not going to be a thing for very much longer, and using anything like this now still falls under something that could be bannable. Now, this will not be the end of the arms race. The next thing will always come up, and then Blizzard will have to adapt and change. Fine, that is the nature of things. And I, for one, have no issue with add-ons. I don't think we should go the Final Fantasy route and switch them off. But it is a fine line between optimizing your UI or gaining mechanical information ahead of time, and to eventually reaching the point where all you're doing is making sure you're standing where an add-on tells you you need to stand at that time. But what do you all think? Does WoW need to be more like Final Fantasy, with no add-ons, but better showing of mechanics? The showing of mechanics, I'd definitely say yes, WoW needs more of. Or is this all fine? It's just the natural circle of things. This is how things progress. It's how Blizzard get better. It's how we get better. Or do you not give a flying... I can't use naughty words because this is the adult YouTube. I guess I need to go to YouTube Kids if I want to swear like a trucker. I don't know. Anyway, put down in the comment section what you guys think. It'd be really interesting to read. But that's enough from me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more mad ramblings. Stay safe. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Laters, everyone.